This is a Asus Triple PC X101CH 10.1 inch notebook. Comes with an Intel Atom 1.6 GHz, gig of RAM, 320 gig hard disk. Must be one of the older ones. The thing that's always really struck me about these netbooks is they really are very small. Hi, welcome to this video, some Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield. Now, I'm just having a look here at this netbook. In comparison with a regular laptop, say, I don't know, a MacBook Pro or something like, even like my Dell Latitude D630 with the 14-inch screen, these are still quite tiny. Or what's another word I could use for them? Ah yes, gargantuan. No, you heard me right. No, these are actually really quite massive. Maybe not in comparison with the Dell Latitude D630, D800 MacBook Pros or, anything. But the 10-inch or even the 7-inch versions of these machines aren't the smallest machines that you could get. This is a standard VHS tape, admittedly in its case, and as you can see, yep, it's actually a video. Sorry about that. This video is in fact an audience with Billy Connolly. It's actually quite a good tape. I would recommend you get this if you can. Obviously, if you're in the States, it won't work in your VCR. Sorry, guys. I wonder if Billy Connolly ever did a United States version. I mean, it would be nice to have done so, seeing as he now lives in the States. But here's something else that's the size of a videotape. Maybe probably a wee bit taller, but still. This is a Toshiba, it's a Libretto 50CT. And yes, this is actually a fully functioning portable computer. There are no tricks here. If you look here, we have a 6-inch screen. There's a power button, and this button here is actually, it's an acupoint, it's a mouse. And if we look on the back of the lid, we have two buttons which are actually the mouse buttons. If we have a wee look around it, we see a power supply, we see some sort of a reset button, PCMCIA card slot for the optional floppy drive. Well, that will have been included at some point, but I don't have it. If we look on the back, we see the means to fit a port replicator. Something what looks like a headphone, well, it's a speaker jack, an infrared port, and then there's nothing on this side, and underneath there's a battery, and then you have a docking port connector. And this kind of fits with a port replicator. Here we go. You have On the port replicator, there's an RS232 serial port, VGA, IEEE 1284 parallel port. But what of this machine? This is basically a subcompact notebook. And it really is subcompact. As you saw, it literally was the size of your average video cassette. Not that the kids of nowadays will know what a video cassette actually is, but hey, never mind. So, let's plug it in. Now, I got this quite reasonably priced on eBay. Unfortunately, the power supply, well, it's a wee bit past its best. So you've got to be careful you don't knock it, otherwise you will turn the power off. So, I did knock the power off, which is a shame. Bad checksum. Press this check system and press the F1 key. That wasn't supposed to happen now, was it? Alarm volume, high. Well, that's nice. You get a choice of different amounts of colours to display. Okay. Let's never mind. That's all that sorted. So, this is tell you a wee bit about the specs on this machine. It's a Toshiba Libretto 50CT, like I said, and packed into this very diminutive sized case. Which again, if you're wanting for comparison, here is my cup of tea sat next to it. We have an Intel Pentium processor at 75 megahertz. Now, just to put it into perspective, that is the same spec as this absolutely huge Packard Bell Legend 406 CD. It has 16 megs of memory, an 810 megabyte hard disk, and a clock which is incorrect. But it runs Windows 95 brilliantly. I remember seeing these in Computer Active and thinking, no, this isn't real. But for some reason, some EJet decided to put IE4 on it. Oh look, there's a magnifier. Would you look at that? I think it needs to be a bit better than that for me to be able to use it. And it's got word 97 on it. Now, I do think that this hard disk is on its way out. I'm not too sure if this uses a proprietary type, or whether it uses a standard 2.5 inch. keyboard for this size of machine, you can tell kind of what type of machine it is. There's not much travel in the keys. But I'm actually pretty sure you could probably use it for typing. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think you could get used to that. It's not too bad, actually. If there is any sound on this machine, it's not working. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be. I wouldn't mind getting the floppy disk for this, but to be honest, when I looked on eBay at them, £90! However, I do have a compact floppy disk drive. Oh, hello, what's this? It does have a sound card. So why it's not displaying any kind of sound, I just don't know, really. So let's have a look at that, see if I can get that going. For those wondering, yes, this is quite a strain on my eyes. I mean, I can't use general, regular netbooks. That seemed odd. So it will play some sort of sound, but there's no way of getting the speaker turned up. So I mean, to put this into perspective here, the screen on this is actually smaller than that on a Samsung Galaxy Note. Oh, that's nice. Volume control program is not actually installed. That's not the best thing in the world. Now I do wonder, as this is an original Toshiba install, whether I can actually go ahead and install stuff without the Windows 95 CD. It does look as though they have used a lightweight installation on here, which, to be honest, is very sensible. Now if you can hear that click, that does tell me that the hard disk is actually on its way out. But it is actually installing the components I'm wanting. Fancy not having the volume control applet installed if the machine has quite clearly got a sound card. This, I'm going to be honest here, this is the smallest Windows machine I have ever used. I mean, I have seen that Korean or I think it was Korean, Windows XP machine that will fit into the palm of your hand. And to be honest, that is more amazing, but for a Windows 95 machine, I've never seen anything so small. Considering this was probably about the size of your average mobile phone back in the day. It is just really, really tiny. Nintendo DS owners would feel shortchanged for the device this size. But I mean, a prerequisite for using such a machine is you have to have good eyesight. And that's something that I was never given. Right. Now, let's see now. The volume up icon has now been installed, and we find that the sound is muted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Media Player, and I'm going to perform the usual test. Media Player. And from here on in, there's all the sound schemes have now been installed. Right. I love this part. I really don't have to say anything. I can just enjoy a cup of tea while this is playing. So I have now connected a CD-ROM drive. See if it'll play anything. At the moment it's set to 256 colours. It's Chips and Technologies Accelerators New. Well, that's a lie, isn't it? How can it be new? And I think there's no real switch to get this PC card out now that I've inserted it. So, whoops-a-daisy. And I think with this machine, I'm not sure if I want to get rid of the Windows 95 installation or what. I mean, I probably really shouldn't, seeing as it is a factory install, and of course getting hold of the discs for such an install will basically just be impossible. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind having, you know, programs that are more befitting to a machine like this. But it is nice how I've got this wee replicator, so if I wanted I could plug in a serial mouse or something. To be honest, I mean, given the age of machine, I would have liked to have seen a PS2 port. But I guess, you know, you can't be choosy. As well, you know, it would have also been quite nice to see, I don't know, maybe the floppy disk drive. That would have been nice. And maybe a couple of parts actually on the machine itself. But then again, they'd have had to make it bigger. And to do that, well, that would have basically detracted from the appeal of the machine in the first place. And just look how tiny some of these buttons are. It's just amazing. I wonder if it's got a sound record. I wonder if it's got an inbuilt microphone. Let's see. I wonder if this thing has an inbuilt mic. If it does, it's not switched on. It's probably should actually, because there's only the one audio port. It's yep. Let's have a look, see. And there's a lot of people try and put Windows 98 on these, and you probably can on faster ones of these, but personally, with this particular one, as much as it would be nice to have a Windows 98 machine to hold in the palm of my hand, this is definitely a Windows 95 era machine. And had this been a 486 DX75, it would have been a Windows 3.1 machine. So, there is absolutely no way that I could see to put in Windows 98 on it, even though it would run. I will not do it. You know, because at the end of the day, it's just not designed for it. I don't know. I'd like to see my own installation. Office 97, yeah, it'll run, but it's not for this machine. And to be honest, I think I probably should format it, because I'm guessing if I go into Outlook now, I can work offline. I'm probably going to find all the previous owners' emails and documents on here. And to be honest, I've said it before and I'll say it again. That's not something that, you know, I want to have on my machine. Okay, it doesn't kind of look like there's anything on here. Or maybe it would only let me have access to the inbox with the password, which is good. It's kind of nice having a machine this size running a full-size version of Windows. Does make active syncing difficult though, I will admit. But I do like it nonetheless. You know, I think this is brilliant. You know, I just kind of love the idea that, I mean, okay, it wouldn't fit in your pocket, but then again, neither would an HP. You know, neither would an HP LX. So, you know, I do kind of, as a collector, I'm really glad to have this in my collection. Oh dear, what on earth have I opened now? That's okay. Nothing personal. That's good. Come to think of it, I think I might just format it. You know, put on a clean installation of Windows 95. But apart from that, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Toshiba Libretto 50CT. It's a fantastic machine, is this. And do you know what? If all you do is word processing, and I mean literally, all you do on the move is word processing, then I could literally see my way to recommending one of these. If you could get a battery that would work, that is. Which you probably can't now. Although having said that, Brandon Bishop, you know, in a few years once he's got a university degree under his belt, he might make you one up in his spare time. I wouldn't put it past him to be able to do such a thing, if I'm honest. If not, then UXW Bill might. Okay, well, this is it. This is a Toshiba. And with that, the sun is coming back out again, which is nice. So thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos. Coming soon. In the meantime, I'm going to have fun with this laptop the size of a video cassette. Thank you for watching.